Hello, I'm Dana Beal, the author of The Extraordinary Workplace, Replacing Fear with Trust and Compassion. What I want to talk about today is, why is there fear in the workplace? I've spoken all over the United States to thousands of people, and it doesn't matter where I go. I describe what I see happening in the workplace, and I ask my audience, how many know what I'm talking about? How many people know? And almost every hand everywhere I go raises up in response to this question. What I see in the workplace today, unfortunately, is a web of egos battling and competing for power. I see managers who disempower employees. I see co-workers who hurt and sabotage one another. I see gossip. I see anxiety. I see paranoia. I see internal competition. But most of all, I see fear. Everyone is aware of it, but it's like the elephant in the living room. Nobody wants to talk about it because why? They are afraid of retaliation. We're afraid that maybe we're the only one that feels insecure and worried and stressed out at work, but the truth is it's going on everywhere and it's increasing. The pressure is greater than ever, and now with our internet and 24/7 ability to communicate, people have to get more done in less time. And people tell me everywhere they're exhausted. People want a work-life balance again, but how can they when the pressure is so great? So I want to give some suggestions to help individuals recognize how they can reduce their own fear so they can contribute from the workplace from their full potential and help make changes, help bring about a change in healing the workplace and rebuilding relationships. Because I believe that as we honor the spirit in ourselves and others that's residing beneath our self-created identities or egos that are battling and competing for power and validation, as we honor the spirit in ourselves, we'll start to see that we have these roles that we play that are a shallow imitation, a very small interpretation of who we really are. Our greatest fear is that we're not worthy, that we're not lovable, and that somebody will find out. But I believe as leaders and as individuals and co-workers begin to replace fear with trust and compassion, there will be a shift in consciousness. There'll be a change in the awareness of how we treat one another. And when we do that, when we take down these walls of fear, take down our emotionally charged guns and attacks on one another, that people, one by one, can be restored to who they truly are, their inner spiritual greatness. It's in all of us, and we're the ones that can bring about the change. But it takes our own stepping up and doing what the enlightened leaders do. And the number one thing that we need to do to align with our whole and complete and highest self is self-reflection. And that begins with being honest and looking within and seeing our own wounds, having the courage to see our own fears and weaknesses. Because until we identify our own fears and weaknesses, we will project them out to other people. And that's what's happening in the workplace. So why is there so much fear? It's already permeating each one of us from living in this world. We've grown up as children where we learned fear, we learned our ego roles, we learned things and strategies to keep ourselves safe. By the time we get to the workplace, we believe that's who we are. And our worst fear is somebody will expose us, expose that we're not as confident or that we are hiding some secret. But as we look at our own fears, our own wounds, we can start to heal those wounds and discover that we need more self-acceptance, more love, more forgiveness of ourselves. And as we do that, we can share that and emanate and extend that love and forgiveness and acceptance to others that we work with and to families. I ask my audiences so often, how are we ever going to achieve world peace, which is what everyone dreams of? And instead we're seeing escalations of wars all over the world. How can we ever have compassion for people across the globe if we can't even learn to have trust and compassion and honest, transparent relationships with each other right where we are, in the workplace where we spend 3/4 of our waking hours, in our own families and neighborhoods? So I suggest fear in the workplace, starts from our own fear inside ourselves, and as we heal ourselves, we are then in a position to help heal the workplace. So that's my challenge to all of you, to begin to look within and accept and love yourself. Thank you very much.